slippery little bastard! I don't have time for this.
You know what? I'm not even surprised at this point. Who didn't see this coming? You know, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that QUAANTUM is just milking this drama for what it's worth. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably a smart decision right now, since when QUAANTUM's channel goes bye-bye, he's gonna need all the cash that he can get if he still intends to sue the Act Man. Which would honestly be a really dumb decision, since I think at this point it's pretty obvious that the Act Man has the W. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I don't want to drag out this intro. So the video we're going to be looking at today is titled QUAANTUM TV vs. the Act Man, The Ugly Truth, QUAANTUM TV podcast. And man, I really gotta wonder what the ugly truths that are gonna get revealed in this podcast are. I mean, you know, if it's anything like the last video of QUAANTUM's that we watched, he's probably just gonna end up making things worse for himself. I mean, in the last video, you know, he tried to claim that he didn't threaten the Act Man's mother, but then showed proof that he very well did. So, you know, I kinda wonder what he's gonna do in this video, and what ugly truths are gonna get exposed. So, without further ado, this intro's gone on long enough, let's just get straight into the video.
The first thing I take a major protest to and have a big problem with is this labeling me saying that I've sent a text message to Act Man's mother threatening her. I've never actually done that a single day in my life.
The ability to go that route, I'd rather not drag a family through the mud given the times and the current status of the world. You understand what I mean? Like,
firstly, I'd like to say that this is awfully straight to the point for a QUAANTUM TV video. And secondly, how's he gonna claim that he never threatened the Act Man's mother when he legitimately showed proof of him doing that in his own video? Literally the last video I covered on this channel. Which, by the way, guys, thank you for all the support on that video.
And in fact, it kind of sounds like she's inciting him to do something dangerous or violent or commit some crime with, you know, just don't do something that links back to you. I mean, go ahead and try it, but don't do anything he can link to you.
Oh my god. Just when I thought QUAANTUM TV couldn't stoop any lower, here he goes. The Act Man's mother in that text message, which I'll put up on screen, wasn't talking about murdering you. She was talking about contacting you in a way that doesn't let you cyberstalk them more. Since, you know, in your last video you literally admit to trying to cyberstalk the Act Man and find him in real life.
Good luck, hon, he's a nut, kind of thing. Like, it doesn't really sound like she's trying to defuse the situation at all, even though she called me back. She was so threatened she called me back.
Yeah, probably to confirm that she had the right number, because, you know, if she needs to file a police report for this, she's gonna want to give them the phone number that called her. Mainly because that's more information the police can use to identify you. I mean, it kinda just seems like common sense. I also should mention that it is not her job to de-escalate the situation when you are the one escalating it.
And magically, Act Man was so threatened on the 23rd of April in that video where I show the timestamp, and literally, like, all of this is timestamped. You can hear the surveillance footage of what I said, and then you can also see the outgoing call on the 23rd. And then magically that day on the 23rd, the Act Man says, I'm moving on.
This is unbelievably dishonest. Firstly, the 23rd was when the Act Man released his video on you, which it was right after that he announced that he was done with the drama. Most likely he hadn't found out about you calling his mother until a few days later, as that's when he announced on Twitter that you did it. And your video, where you showed the proof that you called his mother, didn't come out until a day later. Which in that video, you didn't even disprove any of the claims that he made. In fact, you helped him verify them.
It wasn't until my Power of an Apology video came out where I mentioned that I contacted his mother, where I guess he got embarrassed and upset by that he decided that he was going to make a death threat, failed, you know, as a, oh, I'm just some concerned homeowner. Oh no, I would oh, if you come to my family, no.
Not gonna lie, that video is probably how he found out about that. He definitely wasn't embarrassed, as the only person that's embarrassing for is, well, you, considering that it shows you're taking this drama way too far, in that you are threatening his family over criticism that he made of you.
This was an unprovoked death threat.
I mean, it's not unprovoked since you literally threatened his family. Since you threatened to derail their livelihoods and drag their entire family through the mud if they didn't comply with you. And you basically admit to using the public records to cyberstalk the Actman. Not to mention, the Actman's threat was to defend himself and his family, which is perfectly reasonable since you are committing a crime by cyberstalking him.
And we can prove that because I have the surveillance footage that was running in my home at the time I made the call to your mother, and that she called me back. Those two things alone prove that you did a criminal crime. You're criminal crime.
Your video in no way proves your innocence. It actually incriminates you more. And plus, like I said before, she could have been calling you back to confirm that she had the right phone number, mainly because she's on landline, so that she can file a police report based off of your phone number. Because if she has to file a police report based off of a phone call, she's gonna want the right number.
Just the fact that I tried to contact you by, again, reaching out to next of kin, I guess upsets you. But in that respect, and anybody who's ever reached out to anyone's next of kin to reach someone else, I guess they're just creepy for that.
Dude, most people don't reach out to somebody's mother over internet drama so that they can threaten them in a phone call. Especially when you have had the means of contacting the Actman the entire time.
It's ridiculous that this is the mindset, but we know what it is. If we look at the behavior of people like Mischief and Review Tech USA, who make apologies for racists.
I mean, if we're talking about the Actman's old tweets, the dude has made several apologies for those tweets. Like, nobody is apologizing on the Actman's behalf. But also pretty funny that QUAANTUM would try and lecture us on defending other people's bigoted behavior when he literally defended one of his moderators on multiple occasions using the word tranny in a derogatory manner.
And people who support child fee and child behavior, then it's very obvious what's going on here.
Oh my god, he's still trying to accuse Rich of being a kitty diddler, and accusing all of us of supporting said predatory behavior, because we dare to give context to the Vorsh clips, and not just follow the misconstrued argument of Vorsh is supporting kitty diddlerism. Look, I don't even think I need to explain it in this video, because chances are you already know the context, but in case you don't know the context, I'll link this previous video I made where I explained it for you in the description. So yeah, you can go watch it after this video, or right now, and then just click back to this one if you really want.
I mean, literally look at Mischief on February 22nd, where he makes a video talking about, you know, Fratanga Plays, and, or whatever his name is, and the Actman are trying to be canceled by PlayStation fanboys for racism. It's not that they're trying to be canceled by fanboys, it's that when you have a history of attacking people and insulting them and harassing them, and they look into you, and they say, hey, what are you all about? And when you get caught saying these horrible things, you guys come out and you make these, like, disingenuous apology videos, and you say, like, oh, but I apologize and I owned it.
In Mischief's video, which he made on this, one of the first things Mischief says is literally, I'm not going to defend any of the things that Fratanga and the Actman said in their old tweets. But seriously, the PlayStation fanboys weren't trying to cancel them because of the morally wrong things they might have said in their tweets. They were trying to cancel them because of the console war. Mainly because Fratanga and the Actman make fun of their takes. Like, these motherfuckers had literally been trying to cancel Fratanga and the Actman before those tweets. Not to mention, both Fratanga and the Actman have disavowed those statements and changed as people. And we've seen that. Like, yes, they said some bad things, but people change. And, you know, the tweets are like 5 years old. A lot happens in 5 years.
And all should be forgiven, and don't ever bring it up again. And it's that mindset, it's like, man, you guys really strike me as like those people who like went to college and were like the guys getting accused of like sexual assault. And then the moment, like, you know, you apologized for it, you demanded everybody let it go because you were a kid with a bright future. Like, that's how you guys act.
My brain is getting smoother by the millisecond. Motherfucker is comparing old tweets and apologizing for old tweets to sexual assault. There is a difference between saying something offensive on Twitter and sexually assaulting someone. Seriously, when I thought Quantum couldn't stoop any lower.
That really gives it away is that, like, Mischief runs to Review Tech USA saying things like, oh, I guess Quantum found his new chew toy when I was sent all those things about you, Actman.
I mean, it makes sense since he's making fun of you for the way that you prosecute these claims. In that it's basically just you throwing as much shit at a wall as possible, trying to see if any of it sticks. Joke's on you though, none of it does.
And then kind of says that, like, oh, never mind the fact that he disavowed them like 4 times. That's funny coming from you, Mischief, considering, like, I've disavowed those hacked tweets on multiple occasions.
No, you fucking haven't, because A, you've tried to say that you were hacked when you weren't. I'm not even gonna go into that, because I've addressed it too many goddamn times. And also, even if you did apologize for them, without bringing up the hacking thing, you still act like the same bigoted person that would say those tweets.
And it's funny that you guys say that we've proved that it wasn't a hack, as if you have surveillance video placing me in some public library typing out those tweets.
I mean, it's more off of the fact that you can't actually prove that you were hacked. Like, surely you would have an old video or an email to prove that you were hacked, but you don't. There's also these Discord messages where instead of saying, oh, I was hacked in 2018, you said, oh lol, I haven't used my Twitter in a while.
And I find it very funny, I think most people with a brain would find it very odd and suspicious that I tell you I got hacked in 2018, and then all the tweets that you pull up are from 2018, and then all the negative posts you pull up are from 2018, when I told you I got hacked.
Maybe this is from 2018. I mean, dude, it's not even just tweets from 2018. There's literally stuff from after 2018, like some of the stuff I've shown before. There's videos where it's clearly your voice, where you say some bigoted shit. Not to mention, there's the whole Quantum Apotheosis story.
I'm not deflecting. I straight up didn't do the shit, so I'm not gonna own something I didn't do. When I make a mistake, I own it outright and say, you know what, damn, I was wrong.
No, you fucking don't! Are you seriously gonna try and claim that? What about false flagging the Actman? What about threatening Mischief? Were those mistakes? Did you own up to them? No, you didn't. You still think you are right. You still won't admit that you are wrong about fair use, and that you abused the copyright system to silence criticism.
Even Asmongold jumps up and, like, tells a lie, like Quantum texts, you know, Actman's mother, and he threatened violence against her and all this shit, and then even follows it up where if somebody did that to my mother, I'd want to shoot them too. Like, you guys are really making this a nasty situation for no reason.
You have done that yourself!
Dude, you were the one that called the Actman's mother. You were the one that threatened to drag her entire family through the mud and derail their livelihoods if they didn't comply with you. And you were the one that brought about this bad reaction through your bad actions. And to keep it 100, Asmongold's reaction is a perfectly normal reaction. Most people would react the same as Asmongold and the Actman did if someone was threatening their family.
I never threatened anyone, and you both know that.
I mean, do I seriously need to play the clip again?
That route. I'd rather not drag a family through the mud given the times and the current status of the world. You understand what I mean? Like, we all have families and stuff we're trying to accomplish, so I'm not trying to derail anybody's livelihoods.
I mean, seriously, you cannot make this shit up. Like, Quantum, that is you. That is you that said it. It's from your own video. Okay? You know exactly what you were doing, man. Don't even deny it.
You guys wanted to do your so-called takes on my video, which turned into harassment, which turned into people coming from your channel to ratio out my content, which destroys its ability to profit on the market.
You have done that yourself!
Which in turn makes it no longer fair use.
Sorry, Quantum, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, because you see, it is your own actions that are harming your ability to profit. Mainly because people don't exactly take too kindly to copyright abuse. Because you see, Mischief's original Elden Ring video on you undoubtedly did not harm your ability to profit. Neither did the Actman's video, as both of them were just about your take on Elden Ring, and were simple criticisms of your take. Okay, not harassment, criticism. And I'm sorry, but at no point has anyone encouraged their audience to go and ratio out your videos. In fact, most of us have actually spoken against doing that.
You're the first people to claim You don't like abusers. You don't like, bullies. And you sit there and you literally indulge in the same behavior you say that you're not for.
Some bold claims there, Quantum. Which one of us has ever abused the copyright system before? Which one of us has cyberstalked somebody over criticism of one of their bad takes? Oh, none of us. Yeah, I'd say those claims kind of fall flat, Quantum.
Time and time again with these false lies that I'm unhinged, I'm dangerous on the platform.
You are, bro. You are a legitimate danger to this platform with your constant copyright abuse. I'm sorry, but that's not an opinion. That's a fact. Also, I'm pretty sure it would be considered reasonable to call you unhinged after you've literally cyberstalked the Actman over criticism he made about you, and have literally left several paragraph comments on any video Mischief makes where he even mentions your name, one of which was over 5,000 words.
Like, if you really honestly wanted to talk, you could have, and you didn't.
The Actman literally offered to talk to you on Discord. You were the one that didn't want to.
I don't have any interest in having a Discord conversation or talking on voice chat. I want to talk where you're not recording it, and where if you record it, you're violating two-party consent laws. That's why I didn't join the call, by the way.
You were the one that wanted to record it, because you wanted everything in writing. Like, the Actman never said that he was gonna record it. But also, Mr. TV, why are you so afraid of your conversation being recorded? I'm just gonna take a wild guess here that Quantum wants to say some really fucked up shit, and doesn't want the Actman, or anyone, for that matter, to have evidence of it. That's probably what he wants here, otherwise he wouldn't be afraid of the Actman recording it.
I want to make sure that there's no audience. I want to make sure that there's nothing. There's just two people talking to resolve their differences. And you didn't want to do that, because, case in point, you shared all the private messages that we had, the same way Griffin Gaming shared every email that I had.
I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't? Like, motherfucker, you literally sound like a crazy person in all of them. Like, seriously, dude. Also, I think at this point, it is definitely in the Actman's best interest to record the conversation, you know, considering you've threatened his mother. Anyway, surprisingly, I am done with this video. I know, it was a very short video compared to the other Quantum videos I've made previously. I honestly can't be bothered watching the rest of this, because he just makes even stupider claims. So that's all for today. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter at JordanCSNo, subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2, links to both of those are in the description. Please don't send any hate over to Quantum TV, it's really unneeded. But that's all for today, so until the next one,